Imagine a city, ancient and proud, standing defiant against an encroaching tide of invaders. This city, with its towering walls and rich history, has seen countless battles and has always emerged resilient. The year is 1453. The city is Constantinople, the jewel of the Byzantine Empire and a beacon of Christianity for over 1,000 years. Its streets are lined with magnificent churches, bustling markets, and grand palaces, all bearing witness to its glorious past. Now it faces its greatest challenge yet, the relentless Ottoman army, led by a young ambitious sultan named Mehmed II. This formidable force, equipped with the latest in siege technology, is determined to breach the city's defenses. The fate of Constantinople hangs in the balance, its outcome destined to reshape the map of Europe and the course of history. The city's defenders, though outnumbered, are prepared to fight to the last man, knowing the significance of their stand. The siege of Constantinople was not just a clash of armies, it was a clash of civilizations. The very essence of two worlds collided, each with its own vision for the future. On one side stood the Byzantine Empire, the heir to ancient Rome, its culture and faith deeply ingrained in its very foundations. The Byzantines, with their rich traditions and deep-rooted Christian beliefs, saw themselves as the last bastion of the ancient world. On the other side rose the Ottoman Empire, a rising power in the East, hungry for conquest and eager to establish its dominance. The Ottomans, driven by their own ambitions and a desire to expand their territory, viewed Constantinople as the ultimate prize. Mehmed II, known to history as the Conqueror, was no ordinary ruler. His name still echoes through the annals of history, a testament to his enduring legacy. From a young age he was groomed for power, his mind instilled with the Ottoman dream of expanding their empire and capturing Constantinople. His education was rigorous, encompassing not just military tactics but also philosophy, science, and the arts. He ascended to the throne at the age of 19, his eyes set on the prize that had eluded his predecessors, the conquest of Constantinople. This city, a jewel of the ancient world, was the ultimate symbol of power and prestige. Mehmed was a man of great ambition and even greater intellect. His determination was matched only by his strategic acumen and his ability to inspire those around him. He was known for his strategic brilliance, his thirst for knowledge, and his patronage of the arts and sciences. Under his rule, the Ottoman court became a center of learning and culture. He spoke multiple languages, including Greek, and was fascinated by Roman and Greek history. This intellectual curiosity helped him to understand and appreciate the cultures he sought to conquer. He saw the capture of Constantinople not just as a military objective, but as his destiny, a way to cement his legacy as a truly great ruler. For Mehmed, the fall of Constantinople was the crowning achievement of his reign, a moment that would forever define his place in history. Constantinople, even in its twilight years, was a formidable fortress. Its towering walls, built centuries earlier by Roman emperors, had withstood countless sieges. The city was strategically positioned on a peninsula, surrounded by water on three sides, making it a nightmare to attack. But Constantinople was more than just a fortress. It was a melting pot of cultures, a center of trade, and the heart of the Eastern Orthodox Christian world. Its magnificent churches, including the iconic Hagia Sophia, were architectural marvels, adorned with priceless mosaics and relics. The city's fall, if it were to happen, would send shockwaves throughout Christendom. In April 1453, Mehmed II laid siege to Constantinople. His army, estimated at over 100,000 men, vastly outnumbered the Byzantine defenders. The Ottomans brought with them a fearsome new weapon, massive cannons, the likes of which the world had never seen. These cannons, forged by a Hungarian engineer named Orban, were capable of hurling enormous stone balls with devastating force. The siege raged for weeks. Ottoman cannons pounded the city walls, reducing sections to rubble. Byzantine defenders, though outnumbered and outgunned, fought bravely, repelling Ottoman assaults with desperate courage. They used every weapon at their disposal, from Greek fire, a highly flammable liquid, to their own smaller cannons. On May 29, 1453, after weeks of relentless bombardment, a critical breach was made in the city walls. Ottoman soldiers poured through the gap, overwhelming the exhausted Byzantine defenders. The city fell, and Mehmed II rode triumphantly into Constantinople, fulfilling his lifelong ambition and changing the course of history. The fall of Constantinople marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, a civilization that had endured for over a millennium. It was a moment of profound shock and grief for the Christian world, signifying the loss of a major center of their faith and culture. Mehmed II wasted no time in establishing his control over the conquered city. He entered the Hagia Sophia, its once shimmering mosaics now dulled by dust and debris, and converted it into a mosque. He declared the city his new capital, renaming it Istanbul, a name by which it is known to this day. Under Ottoman rule, Constantinople, now Istanbul, underwent a dramatic transformation. Mosques, minarets, and Turkish baths rose alongside Byzantine churches and palaces. The city, once a bastion of Christianity, became a vibrant center of Islamic culture and learning. Mehmed II, the Conqueror of Constantinople, died in 1481. He left behind a vastly expanded Ottoman Empire, stretching from the Balkans to the Middle East. He had proven himself a brilliant military strategist, a shrewd politician, and a patron of the arts. Mehmed's legacy is complex and multifaceted. He is remembered as a conqueror, a lawgiver, and a reformer. He codified Ottoman law, expanded trade, and encouraged religious tolerance. He is also remembered for his ruthlessness, particularly during the siege of Constantinople. The fall of Constantinople holds many lessons for us today. It reminds us of the importance of unity and preparedness in the face of adversity. The Byzantine Empire, weakened by internal divisions and slow to adapt to new threats, ultimately succumbed to a more determined and technologically advanced enemy. The siege also highlights the profound impact that technological advancements can have on the course of history. The Ottoman cannons, a marvel of engineering for their time, played a pivotal role in breaching the seemingly impregnable walls of Constantinople. The conquest of Constantinople by Mehmed II was a watershed moment in world history. This event, which took place in 1453, not only marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, but also signaled the beginning of a new era. The fall of Constantinople was a turning point that reshaped the political and cultural landscape of Europe and the Mediterranean. It marked the end of the Byzantine Empire and the rise of the Ottoman Empire as a major power in Europe and the Mediterranean. The Ottomans, under Mehmed II's leadership, expanded their territory and influence, establishing a vast empire that would last for centuries. It also had profound cultural and religious implications, shifting the balance of power between Christianity and Islam. The transformation of Constantinople into Istanbul, and the conversion of the Hagia Sophia from a church into a mosque, symbolized this significant shift. Mehmed II's legacy continues to be debated and discussed by historians today. His reign is studied for its military strategies, administrative reforms, and cultural contributions. Scholars analyze his impact on both the Ottoman Empire and the broader world. He was a complex and contradictory figure, a man of great ambition and vision, but also of ruthlessness and brutality. His policies and actions reflect a leader who was determined to achieve his goals, regardless of the cost. His conquest of Constantinople, while a remarkable feat of military prowess, came at a heavy cost, including significant loss of life and the destruction of the city's infrastructure, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a new age in the history of the Eastern Mediterranean. The legacy of Mehmed II and the fall of Constantinople continue to influence the region's history and culture to this day.